What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video, and I'm just checking in on you. What's going on? How are ya? Now today is February the 25th, and this is going to be your weekly vendor reset and must-buys. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But we'll start off here in Washington, D.C. We will finish up in New York City. Our first vendor of the day is going to be the Base of Ops vendor. Here we go.
Hello, Agent.
And starting off at the top, we have the Kingbreaker. This is the named TKB with perfect flatline for that talent. Now, the other attributes are fairly high to where you could just change the rate of fire to damage the targets at a cover, and you would be good to go. This is typically a good weapon to use. It does hit extremely loud. However, the RPM is just too low for me. I'm just not a fan. They lowered it just too much, and therefore I have to shelve it. But it is there if you want it. Next up, we have the converted SMG-9. Now, this one with crit hit damage and unwavering, following a tactical MK16 with rate of fire and on empty, and finally a 93R with crit hit damage and reformation. Looking at the gear items, we have a Grupo backpack with armor regeneration, weapon handling, and creeping death. And finally, a Providence, chest piece with Headhunter. This is a good one because you could change the hazard to headshot damage, and you get headshot damage from the brand set bonus. You see what I did there? And then if you don't care about crit, just go all weapon handling and headshot. And then that way you're just shooting laser beams. That's actually a really good chest piece. Anyways, moving on. Looking at the mods, we have Headshot 6.9, Drone Duration 6.4, Turret +1 Extra Mortar, and Sticky Bomb Skill Haste of 4.2. Now, must-buys, things to look for from the Base of Ops. The Providence chest with Headhunter. That's a nice one. Change the hazard to headshot, and you're good to go. All right. Now, we have two other vendors while we are here, the Countdown and Clan vendor. Remember, they're also in New York, so if you have Woney, you can run over there as well. But here's the Countdown vendor in DC. Starting with the stage left, this is the named rifle with perfect sledgehammer. Comes with stability this week. This is an okay weapon. If you don't like to use the lefty as your perfect sledge, you could use the stage left, get a little bit more damage output, but that's about it. I mean, you're really just trying to proc that for your teammates and then let everyone else enjoy that extra damage. Following that, we have a battery pack. This is the named Empress backpack with perfectly calculated, and this one with status effects and health. You could just change the health for skill damage, and you're good to go. And finally, this one is actually a must-buy. So this is a PvP exclusive chest piece that just so happens to be at the Countdown vendor. Now this is the Ferocious Calm, the named Fenris chest with perfect Overwatch. Now what's cool about this is that it has high weapon damage, headshot, and crit. So it's pretty much however you want it. You could go double crit, you could keep it crit headshot and go with armor. There's so many different ways, but it's actually very good. This is PvP exclusive, meaning that you can only get it typically from the Dark Zone, Conflict, or a named item cache. And that is it for the Countdown vendor. I would highly recommend out of those three, the Ferocious Calm. The stage left is okay. I'm not a big fan of that rifle. And then the battery pack is not really that useful outside of that oxidizer that they completely nuked during this update. So I'm not going to recommend that backpack either. Oh, before we get to the clan vendor, obviously, shout out to the DoD, Disciples of Doom. We are on all platforms, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. To join the clan, all you have to do is join my Discord, and there's a different tab for each of those platforms. Put your name in there, read the rules, and then whenever I have open spots, I'll send you out a message, and then you can join up and be a part of the DoD. Now, speaking of clans, here is your clan vendor.
Do you want some?
Starting with the Calibre. This is the named shotgun with perfect jazz hands. And this one, damage to targets out of cover. That's exactly what you want. So if you like this type of shotgun, this one's perfect for you. For the gear set items, we have a Umbra pair of gloves with decent weapon damage and crit hit damage. This one's not bad. You could change it to an armor or just max it out. Either way, not bad. Next up, Ortiz mask with health. And then finally, a breaking point chest piece with explosive resistance. Looking at the high-end items, we have a G36 with crit hit damage and sadist. A Card 45 with headshot and close and personal. Richter and Kaiser backpack with bloodsucker, hazard, and weapon handling. A Resolute MK47 with rate of fire pressure point. Actually, pick this one up. Donate the talent to your library. So here, let me show you really quick. So go to library. You can see right there, rifles. And that's exactly what I needed. So there you go. Pressure point. And then dismantle. And now you can see my rifles are done for the season. Very nice. So do that at the clan vendor.
Good to see you, Agent.
But I would not recommend using the weapon, but donate the talent. Following that, we have a Legatus holster with weapon handling and skill haste. A Sokolov Concern chest piece with explosive resistance, armor regeneration, and focus. And finally, a Cheska mask with crit damage and health. Now, you can make this a double crit Cheska. That would be helpful, so you could do that, but just remember you would have to optimize the weapon damage. Looking at the mods, we have Burn Resistance 8.9, Hive Health 8.3, Skill Haste 10.8, and finally Pulse Cone Size of 6.6. Now, must buys, things to look for from the clan vendor. I would just pick up the rifle, donate the talent, but to be honest, I mean, just the Cheska mask, you could make that double crit. I mean, that's really about it. All right.
Thanks for the business, Agent.
GG's Base of Ops. Now that we are done with that, let's move over. We're going to start our way west, and then we will double back east. Our first stop is going to be the campus settlement. And as I am running down there, don't forget to support the channel by subscribing and ring that notification bell. Remember, I do daily Division content, so you don't want to miss anything. These live service games have a lot of information. Here is your campus vendor.
Glad to see you.
Starting with the new Reliable, this one with max headshot and perfectly optimized. This is not... I mean, I would rather have damage to armor, but then you would have to optimize that LMG. It's just too low. And then the RPM is too low as well. They dropped that one down to 600, just like the Kingbreaker, if you remember. Moving on, we have the classic M44 with crit damage and pressure point. Another one, pressure point. Pick that one up and donate that one. Hold on.
Business with you.
Yep, right there. Nice. Perfect. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Nice. I'm already halfway done with my weapons.
Great to see you, Agent.
The GR9 with crit damage and future perfect. Gear items, we have a Bellstone mask with skill damage status effects and Araldi holster with crit chance and health. Now, you could make that double crit, and remember, the 3-piece Araldi gives you damage to armor, then you put that with the Contractors, and then 2-piece Walker Harris, that's max armor damage. Just throwing that out there. Going to the mods, we have Skill Haste 10.3, Chem Launcher Radius 5.7, Hive Reviver Armor 8.2, Pulse Effect Duration 8.7, and finally Trap Duration 4.1. Must buys from here, really nothing is a must buy, but the talent, again, donate it to your library.
Happy to do business.
Ooh, now we get to start with our Dark Zone vendors. First one up is Dark Zone West. West. Let's go. And if you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up. What are you waiting on? Come on, support the channel. And because these are Dark Zone vendors, they only take DZ resources as currency. So what you have to do is go to your inventory, toggle over to resources, And just above your keys, you will see your Dark Zone resources. This is the only currency that these vendors will take. For example, I'm sitting at 226 out of 999, so if I need more DZ resources, I need to go into the Dark Zone and either open up the little blue boxes where it goes straight into my inventory, or I have to pick up contaminated items, deconstruct them into DZ resources, and then extract them. Woo! Mouthful, right? Anyways, that's what no, I'm just playing. I'm playing. All right, there's your DZ resources, and here we go, Dark Zone West.
What do you got to lose?
Starting with another
Good to see you.
Calibre. This one, again, perfect jazz hands, but crit hit damage instead of that other one. Again, not the best one. The first Calibre had the detox, damage to targets at a cover, and that one is the one that you want. This one, trash, just like Forky. Next up, we have a Spaz 12 headshot and close and personal. And then finally for the weapons, a Urban MDR with spike and armor damage. Looking at the gear items, we have Aegis gloves with crit chance, hardwired knee pads with status effects, China Light gloves with status and hazard, and finally, electric knee pads with max skill haste and health. Looking at the mods, we have protection from elites 11%. Why do we never see a max protection from elites? I've been on Xbox for years, and I have never seen a 13. Never. I go to PlayStation and PC, and they're coming out like Skittles. But on Xbox, I have never seen a max protection from elites mod. What am I doing wrong? I don't get it. Ugh. Anyways, moving on. Seeker Mine health 6.3, shield deflector damage 4.1, Firefly +1 max target, and decoy health of 6.0. Now, must buys, things to look for from DZ West. I mean, not really. The China Light gloves aren't bad. You would change the hazard to skill damage, and that's really the only one I would recommend. Okay. But again, you could get something better from like Countdown. I wouldn't waste DZ resources on that, you know? All right, let's take our talents down south to the deep south. DZ South, let's go. And big money, big... Oop, hold on. Let's see if the snitch. Snitch? Yep. Yo, look at that. What are the odds I would find the snitch? All right, let's see. Holiday. You are still able to get holiday event items from the snitch, just so everyone knows. Woo. Don't come at me with these new modifiers, bro. You don't know. Look at this. Look at my speed, man. These new modifiers are crazy. All right, let's go back to the vendor reset. My bad. But I wanted to see the the loot goblin. A lot of people were saying that the loot goblin still had holiday event items, and that is now confirmed. Here we go, DZ South.
It's very good to see you.
Starting with another Ferocious Calm, but I would get the one from Countdown because that way you don't have to use DZ resources. But remember, this is a PvP exclusive item, so it's not, surprising that it's here in a DZ vendor. Now, this one specifically comes with status and headshot. Not bad, but the other one came with crit hit damage and headshot. So again, I would get the other chest piece from the Countdown vendor. Following that, we have a tactical UMP with crit hit damage and in sync, a Born Great with perfect stabilize and magazine size, and a Magnum with magazine size and lucky shot. Looking at the gear items, we have a Tip of the Spear backpack with health, ongoing directive chest piece with crit chance, Habsburg Guard backpack with adrenaline rush, crit chance, and status. Yo, that's a good backpack. Go crit chance and headshot with adrenaline rush. That could be dirty. All right. And then finally for the gear, we have a Y'all Gear chest piece with hazard and headshot with empathic resolve. I do not like that talent on there. I don't know, hazard headshot. That's a very niche build setup. I would probably stay away from that y'all gear, even though it is rare to see. Looking at the mods, we have crit hit damage 9.9, drone +2 extra bombs, turret +1 extra mortar, and sticky bomb burn duration of 4%. Now, must buys, things to look for from DZ South. The Habsburg Guard backpack, go crit chance headshot. Those Habsburg Guard backpacks are rare to come by. Trust me. Or at least they are for me. I don't know. Been farming for freaking Habsburg Guard for months. All right, moving on to the castle settlement. I fast traveled to the descent entrance. That way I can come over here and pet the dog. Whoa! Yo, almost took me out. Oh, interact twice. Oh, trying to shake my hand. Oh, interact 3 times. Barking at me. Interact 4 times. Oh, you stretching. Interact 5 times. Trying to pet my hand. Yo, how many times? Is it like glitched out? Nope. All right. Take care, Ransom. Oh, snap. Yeah, he's still a little glitchy. All right, here we go. Castle settlement. Starting with the Commando. This is the named SVD with reload speed and perfectly naked. Moving on, we have a Model 700 with health damage and precision strike. Another one with that talent, right? Or is that not the newest one? Precision strike, I believe it is. But we already had a sniper earlier. But you can get it there as well. Custom L86 with thunder strike and headshot. Then looking at the gear items, we have a new shiny monkey mask with repair skills and crit chance. That's actually pretty nice for like a crit healer build. Remember, when you use 3-piece shiny monkey, you get repair skills of 52%. Yo, you could use that with the capacitor and make that a healer build. That could be really nice. And then finally for the gear, we have a Golan gear holster with status and explosive resistance. Looking at the mods, we have skill duration 8.5, Chem Launcher +1 ammo, Hive range 4.0, Pulse cone size 6.3, and Trap duration of 4.1. Now, must buys, things to look for from the castle settlement. That shiny monkey's nice. I like that one. It's good. Very good. Very good. I like it. The rest of it, it's not so good. Moving on to the last DZ vendor, DZ East. Now, I don't go to the main entrance for this dark zone. I go to the Alpha checkpoint because it is a little quicker. And all you do is you exit the checkpoint, and the vendor is right here to your left. If you go to the main entrance, you'll spawn way down there. All right, here we go. DZ East, big money, no whammies.
Welcome, agent.
Starting with the pinprick. What'd you call me? Now, this is the named marksman rifle with perfect first blood, and this one, crit chance. But you could easily just change it to damage targets out of cover, and you're good to go. Following that, we have a custom M44 with crit chance and in sync. And finally, for the weapons, a black market RPK with magazine size and future perfect. Looking at the gear items, we have Striker's battle gear mask with headshot, hardwired holster with headshot, 511 mask with explosive resistance and health, and finally, Douglas and Harding holster with weapon handling and health. Looking at the mods, we have skill duration 8.5, Chem Launcher duration 4.1, Hive duration 4.3, Pulse health 14.7, and finally, Trap duration of 5.8. Now, must buys, things to look for from DZ East. Not really. I mean, I do like the Douglas and Harding weapon handling headshot. You could easily use that with like the punch drunk. I mean, that wouldn't be bad for like a pistol build. And then put that with like say Walker Harris backpack with vigilance, perfect glass cannon, contractors, foxes, And then whatever pistol you want. Probably the Harvest with Determined, or the Prophet with Perfect Determined. Both of those are pretty strong. And then hide behind your Bulwark Shield. That'd be a pretty nice little pistol build. Just saying. Just saying.
Hostiles guarding location nearby.
Now our last vendor of DC, the theater. The theater. Let's go to the theater. The theater settlement. Here we go.
You want a deal?
This guy usually gives me some goodies. Let's see.
Always nice to see
The
an agent
Thorn.
around here.
But the attributes are too low. This another perfect jazz hands. This is the third one. And this isn't a good one either. This one with magazine size. So the first Calibre was the best one. The Thorn's not bad. It got a buff. And Perfect Brazen got a buff. So it's not bad. But these attributes are low. I don't like them. I don't like them. You would have to change accuracy to damage targets at a cover. And then you'd have to optimize that damage to armor. And that's hella low. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. Moving on. Finally, for the weapons, UIC 15 Mod 2, damage targets at a cover and eyeless. Looking at the gear items, we have Brazos gloves with health and status, and Alps knee pads with health and status. Nice. Looking at the mods, we have Pulse Resistance 8.5, nice. Secret Mind Health 6.3, Shield Damage Bonus 4%, Firefly Blind Effect Duration 6.1, and Decoy Health of 6.0. Now, must buys things to look for from the theater. No, nothing. I do like the Thorn because it got the nice little buff, but those rolls are not worth it. It's aight. Probably find something better out there in the wild. Ooh, look what I found. A Wild Thorn. Wild Thornberry. Nice.
Safe area.
Yo, we're on one today. All right, last two vendors. We have Marco right here at the top of the escalator. Excuse me, pardon me.
Trade?
Starting with the Enhanced AUG, this one Headshot and Optimist. A M44 Carbine with Thunderstrike and crit damage. M870 with damage targets at a cover and eyeless. And finally a D50 with salvage and accuracy. Looking at the gear items, we have a Uzina chest piece with explosive armor regeneration and tag team, Badger Tough gloves with explosive resistance and skill haste, and finally Murakami mask with skill haste and armor regeneration. Now remember, 2-piece Murakami gives you armor repair. Remember that you could use that with the Emperor's Guard knee pads that also give you armor regeneration. So you could have an armor regeneration healer, and you could pretty much be unkillable, especially if you paired that up with the Shiny Monkey 3-piece, and then you could pair that up with 1-piece Bellstone. Geez, I'm just telling everyone all the builds today, aren't I? All right, looking at the mods, we have Crit Chance 4.7, Skill Duration 8.4, Seeker Mind +1 Cluster, Chem Launcher and Snare Health 13.6, and finally Decoy Health of 6.0. Must buys, things to look for. Let's see. Nothing really. I mean, that Murakami mask, but that's really about it. All right. And finally, I am losing my voice. Unique New York. This is what happens when you get a new season. You start to lose your voice. Before we get to Roy Benitez, you got to pet the dog. All right? Make sure you pet the dog. Do it twice. 2 interactions. The first one is random, and then we'll see what the second one is. And then get your nice little spike of dopamine. There you go. And then you see the little rubber duck right next to the dog. Nice little Easter egg there. Oh, he rolled over. Oh, snap. He rolled over. There we go. And finally, we have Roy Benitez.
Hey, agent.
Yep. Is that... Let me see. No, it's not, is it? What is the new... Isn't it precision? Oh, it's pressure point. Ah, it's pressure point. Precision strike was last season. It's pressure point.
How can I help you, Agent?
I was about to say, oh, no, that's last season. Okay. Starting with the FAMAS reload speed precision strike, a military MK46 with vindictive and swap speed, police MK17 with armor damage and behind you, and finally a Diceros with breadbasket and stability. Looking at the gear items, we have a Palisade chest piece with crit chance, explosive resistance, and spark. Araldi knee pads with crit chance and weapon handling. These are good knee pads. You can make them double crit. You can make it crit headshot. You can make it weapon handling headshot. There's so many ways you could spin that. That's a good pair of knee pads. And finally, we have Overlord mask with weapon handling and armor regeneration. Looking at the mods, we have skill duration 8.4, crit chance 4.7, shield active regeneration 4.3, hive +4 armor repair, or +4 repair charges, and finally decoy duration of 6.0. Must buys, things to look for from Roy Benitez. The Araldi seems to be the best out of the lot. That's just my opinion, though. But that is it for your weekly vendor reset and must buys for today, February 25th. I am Kamikazevondoom. If you found this helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But again, I'm Kamikazevondoom. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out. Now I gotta go. Now I gotta go. 'Cause my throat's gone. I lost my voice. How much have I been talking? Man, to lose a voice. All right, let's get out of here.